We got Six of Wands. We have victory, especially within your creativity, especially within your fire, keeping you warm, keeping you energized, keeping you creative, especially for my content creators, my artists out there. No more blocks. Because Two of Swords can also represent having a block. Hello, darlings. Mystic Briar Sage here. I am going to do an insight into what Mercury retrograde taught us. Thank you so much. They're telling me to start with the angel guide cards. So pretty. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, 3 for the month of March. 20, let go. 44, generosity. And 24, universal heart. So let me go ahead and just show that to everybody. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. I'm seeing a lot of 4s. And those could be the numbers that your angel guides could be repeating for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and write that down first so I don't. Mercury retrograde had to teach us generosity to our own self, right? I'm hearing a lot of people are waking up to the use and abuse that people had on you, the hold that people have on you, because you have this universal heart. You have such a big heart. You want to give back to others. You want to love people. Maybe you've been through PTSD yourself and some other trauma that has conditioned you to want to take care of others. And with let go, the universe is like, bro, you got to save yourself. You can't just be all up on everybody else. And then you're going to be wondering why your cup is empty. You have to have discernment with certain people in your life. You have to have discernment with your own generosity, just having discernment about who you let into your life. And I'm hearing a lot of people are growing. They're growing out of circles, they're growing out of relationships. A lot of the bridges that were built in the past 5 to 6 years were based on fear, were based on not necessarily love, but like I would say just survival. We were all just trying to fucking survive this past couple years. And now that we're out of the survival mode, we're trying to go into thriving mode, which I need to write that down. Surviving to thriving is what I'm hearing. Mercury retrograde had us tend to the fragile ego, tend to ourselves, tend to what, like I said, was not built on solid foundational ground, right? So when you're in, survival mode, we're not necessarily thinking of the long term, not always. You could just be trying to survive in that moment and not be thinking, hey, will this relationship survive in the next couple of years? Is this worth my time and energy? So I'm hearing we didn't tend to those fragile moments. We didn't tend to those fragile bridges. We stayed on that bridge a little too long. We should use that as a stepping stool, yes. But the universe is telling us it's time to let go. It's time to move to the other side. It's asking you, am I fine? It doesn't want to focus. There we go. To stand tall like a tree. Stand grounded in what you truly want, not only to survive, but to thrive. Let's see what else they want to say. The angels go. Oh, we got 2 more. I'm gonna put these down because let's see what they got to say. We have the receive all things. Oh, beautiful. So a lot of us have been manifesting or wishing upon a star. I'm hearing Tiana kissing a few frogs. Excuse me. Sorry. Kissing a few frogs is what I was trying to go with. And I also see the owls. Owls, birds. They're waking you up. They're trying to set you free. There's something about like the bird in cage I'm seeing right now. Even in for Hogwarts, they had owls in the cage. At least Harry Potter did. His messenger. So they want you to honor your wisdom, everything that you've learned, everything that you survived, how you figured out to survive, and what you want in your life. Oh, Missed a card. What? Oh, oh, oh. Okay. So we got the Two of Swords, we got the Page of Wands, we got the Four of Swords. Would you like to see? 1 minute. I see from the Four of Swords, again, number 4, and the Two of Swords, 2 and 4s, again, repetition here. We are healing from the things that we didn't want to see. I see a lot of us really wanted to make those bridges that I'm using as like metaphor right now, if that's the right thing. Yeah, metaphor. Um, those bridges were not going to be stable, but we wished and hoped that it was the right choice. And it kind of was an ego thing, not wanting to address the situation, not wanting to cut off a situation, not wanting to make a choice. And I see that with the Two of Swords. But the Four of Swords tells me that you're healing. You made the right choice. You cut out what you needed to, and you revised your plan. I'm hearing. We're also just pruning what we're putting our time and effort into. We're not putting all of our baskets into, all of our eggs into certain baskets, is what I was trying to say. We're taking eggs out of baskets at this point. You say, "Ooh, no, thank you. You can't treat my eggs with dignity. You can't treat my eggs with respect." Again, I'm just using this as a metaphor. If I'm wrong, correct me. Anyways, Page of Wands, it's time to stand out for a new beginning. After the Ten of Wands, you put down your burdens. You put down things that were struggling, things that weren't even yours to carry, right? We're offloading. We're not overloading ourselves anymore. And for you to be able to walk through that door that you wanted to do or go through, excuse me, or the elevator to arise, you had to let go of some baggage. You could not take that into the next level. You could not take that into the next plane that you are going through. And this is like a level up, darling. And spring is bringing you your manifestations, everything that you wanted. And your spirit guides were just preparing you. Mercury retrograde was a test. Captivated. You felt what the devil held back. These two people were in an illusion hold, and you got to heal yourself from allowing certain things to happen or healing from things that you had no control over that had a control over you. So I see a lot of us are healing from addictions to working with certain people, addictions to, anything else you could be addicted to. There's my strange addiction show out there for a reason. There's so much. It's addictions like just an illness at this point. So we're healing from that illness, I see. And with the Page of Wands, before we even get to the Page of Wands, the universe is like, I see that you did the work. Here's this brand new offer. Here is what you were asking for. When it's a physical coin, I'm thinking maybe it's a job. Maybe you did leave that old job and it's time for something new. Maybe you left that physical friend. Maybe you left something physically behind and now a new physical opportunity, whatever it be for you, my darling, is about to open or is ready to open. But you had to go through the point of being willing to make a decision. You had to go to a point of being able to harness an emotional maturity about you when going through the motions of the oceans and having to make a tough decision. So we went from procrastinating to actually getting this shit taken care of. And again, that is why you are being rewarded, is because you let go of a lot of things. What is this Page of Wands bringing us? Or I guess, what are you bringing yourself because you did so much work, Oh, beautiful, darling, beautiful. You made the right choice. Congratulations. You were tested. You're moving on to thriving. I'm seeing just endless potential because you are the creator of your own life. Let's get one more on that. King of Cups, Queen of Swords. Okay. Moving forward, please strategize. Okay. Strategy. Let me just say that. You need to have a strategy. I don't know why I can't speak sometimes.